What happens when purpose and passion overshadow fear? You're an outstanding woman who let their ferocity, Miss Warrior Lady, fortitude and wisdom guide you in your living. So what do you think happens to create that balance between courage and fear?
Fear is just something that you have to learn how to address and face. And instead of shrinking away from it, you attack it. I have a book at home that was given to me by my son Joshua, and it says, do something that scares you, one thing that scares you every day. And it actually gave me assignments, and it was a 365-day book. Excellent book, excellent little workbook. I absolutely recommend it because it taught me that things that you fear, I do those things first on my list, just so you know. I used to really fear following the California Department of Tax and Fee Administration. It was really scary for me. Not anymore, because I did it every day till I wasn't scared of it anymore. And then that's the first thing that I did every day till I just didn't fear it anymore. And I've done that with my whole life. I can remember falling off my bicycle, and I told my dad I wasn't getting back on it because I didn't want to get hurt again. That was fear. And he made me get back on it. That was something that he taught me, that when something knocks you down, you get right back up and you attack it again. And I guess that's the warrior. That way I don't fear things. I just get back up, attack them again until I conquer.
How have you built confidence and or resiliency over the course of your career?
I absolutely believe that there's nothing that I cannot do. When Grant taught his daughters to say that hi, my name is Sabrina and I can do anything, I truly believe that you should teach children that. Tom works with our granddaughter on that quite a bit. Every time we see her, he tells her, Tristan, what's your name? And she repeats it and tells it. So I really truly believe that if you have I can do anything mindset, and it's a true mindset, because there's things that come up in your life that become truly, truly overwhelming. As long as you remember to go back and say, yes, I can do this. And you may not be able to attack the whole magnificent thing. So what I've learned how to do is create steps in it. So you do this step, and then once you've done that step, then you take the next step till you hit the target that you felt like it was so overwhelming. There was no way that you could do it. Because sometimes life throws things at you that you believe there is no way you can handle it. There's no way you can do it. And trust me, this last year for me has been that way. I think one of my biggest fears is other people's health. I lived through my father's health declining tremendously. I sat and watched my husband have a quadruple bypass and watched him bounce back from that to get cancer and try to keep this business running. Luckily, I have an awesome team that continually encouraged me, but it still brought on a lot more responsibility to me that I didn't have because Tom does a lot here. And the cancer took a lot longer for him to overcome, and he's back at where he needs to be now. But 2022 was a hard year where I learned lots of lessons and how to not just rely on myself, but that's what I have a team for. And I have a great team, an awesome team. And it's now that I've given stuff away, it's fun to watch them grow. As a leader, if you can't watch your people grow, if your people aren't growing, if you aren't creating leaders underneath you, I'm sorry, I'm kind of getting off the topic. Stop and you get me going. If you can't create leaders underneath you that are growing, then you're not a good leader. So that was probably the hardest lesson learned this last year.